This is my audience. Michael Pelletier is a man currently facing a life sentence in federal prison for smoking marijuana to help alleviate his psychological and physical symptoms of being a paraplegic. The man that Michael bought his marijuana from lied under oath and implemented him into transportation charges. Even though it was proven that the man lied, Michael still ended up receiving the maximum penalty, which was life without parole. Cases like Michael exemplify our nation's need for federal approval of a medical marijuana bill. I personally live in Oklahoma, which is a state that has already legalized marijuana. I use it every day for a variety of medical reasons. Today we're going to take a look at why change is necessary, what we can do to help make a change, and how it would help our nation. Medical marijuana helps treat a wide variety of health issues. A WebMD article on how marijuana affects the mind and body states that marijuana can be used for chronic pain, muscle spasms as related to multiple sclerosis, sleep problems such as sleep apnea and insomnia, anxiety for some, loss of appetite due to cancer, nausea and vomiting due to chemotherapy, seizures due to epilepsy, as well as many other disorders such as PTSD in veterans. Now, I'm sure you've all probably heard the concerns by now regarding lung damage, secondhand smoke, mental health issues, and loss of brain cells as caused by marijuana. But let's take a look at the facts surrounding those topics. An article by the American Lung Association confirmed that yes, marijuana smokers do expose their lungs to more tar in one breath than do cigarette smokers, but marijuana smokers typically smoke less marijuana on a daily basis than cigarette smokers do with cigarettes. Any kind of smoke inhalation at all, including bonfire smoke, could damage your lungs. And most of the people who choose to take up smoking know the risk factors involved in doing so. But if smoking isn't your thing, you could always go smokeless and use edibles or drinks or whatever you'd like. The truth surrounding whether or not marijuana kills brain cells lies in the age of the user. It's been shown that using marijuana during adolescence could create permanent brain damage. Heavy users during adolescence lost an average of 6 to 8 IQ points by midlife, whereas heavy adult users didn't experience these effects. Exposure to secondhand smoke could easily be handled by implementing alcohol-like laws which prohibit use in public spaces. As well as if you're worried about secondhand smoke at home, either go smokeless or go outside. It's not really an issue. According to the National Drug and Alcohol Research Center, using marijuana during key stages of the brain does impair your brain's ability to use synaptic pruning, which could cause mental health issues in the future, but they did do studies concerning this and found that there was not enough evidence to either confirm or deny marijuana being the direct cause of different mental illnesses. Now that we've looked at the benefits and drawbacks of marijuana, let's look at why a change is necessary. There are way too many people currently in our prison system serving sentences for marijuana use, even though it's legal in 33 states. According to a Forbes magazine citation of a uniform crime report released by the FBI, in 2019 there were more arrests for cannabis-related charges than there were for all violent crimes put together. The police arrested upwards of 545,000 people for marijuana-related charges, whereas there was only a total of less than 496,000 for all violent crimes put together. The federal law treats marijuana in the same way that it would treat heroin, cocaine, or meth. But this is a problem considering those hard drugs don't offer the same medical benefits that marijuana does. Now that we know that there is a disproportionate rate of arrests for marijuana use versus all other violent charges, let's look at how we can make a change. There is already a decriminalization bill in progress. It's called the MORE Act, which stands for the Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act. This bill has already passed Congress, but I'm asking for your help to help push it through Senate. The MORE Act would not only remove cannabis from the list of scheduled substances under the Controlled Substance Act, but it would also create a 5% tax on cannabis products, which would be deposited into a trust fund. This trust fund was developed in order to help communities, individuals, and businesses affected by the war on drugs, according to Congress.gov. It would establish a process to expunge marijuana charges as well as review hearings related to cannabis. A law like this could help people like Michael get their entire lives back. We can all do our part to help pass this through Senate by signing the petition that I'll have linked in the video of the description. It's to the U.S. House of Representatives. An article published by a site informing about the legalization of marijuana reviewed a paper written by a agency specializing in cannabis and emerging markets called Gram by Gram. This article discussed the economic impacts of legalization. Investments into the cannabis industry as well as supporting industries such as lighting, soils, fertilizers, etc. would go through the roof. With an increased demand for cannabis, it would likely create a job growth of up to 1.63 million jobs. That many jobs would create a 13% decrease in our current unemployment rates. In Oklahoma, marijuana sales have skyrocketed up to 350 million, as well as it's created over 7,000 full-time jobs in just our state. In conclusion, people like Michael don't deserve a lifelong sentence for using marijuana for its medical benefits. We need to legalize marijuana federally to help our people free up our prison systems for more violent offenders and in order to help our economy. So next time you see someone smoking pot, just think about the health issues they're going through. Not all potheads are degenerates. Some of us hold management positions at big companies and still manage to keep straight A's in college.